The return of the traditional blue British passport divided opinion when it was announced, with Brexiteers rejoicing and Remainers expressing anger online. But now even those in favor of leaving the EU, who were excited about the return of the old-style passport, are complaining that it's not the right color. The dark blue document will make a return from 2019 in a move the government hope will symbolize the reclaiming the UK's national identity. Mock-ups of the new passports show it to be blue, but many keen-eyed observers are pointing out that the pre-1988 passports were very dark blue, almost black. The Home Office has said the passports may not immediately look like the old passport people remember because these became darker as they got older. Theresa May wrote on Twitter yesterday, "The UK passport is an expression of our independence and sovereignty, symbolizing our citizenship of a proud great nation." That's why we have announced that the iconic blue passport will return after we leave the European Union in 2019. Many said they can't wait to get their hands on the old-style document and welcomed it as the first symbolic change from Britain leaving the EU. Brendan Lewis, the immigration minister, said, "Leaving the EU gives us a unique opportunity to restore our national identity and forge a new path for ourselves and the world." But after images of the proposed new passports emerged, there were grumblings about the color. The journalist Michael Crick tweeted a photo of his old passport and said, "The new passport is nothing like the old blue, which was almost black." "Having fished out my old passport, it's wrong to describe that as blue. It looks black to me, and that's how any witness would describe it in court." Martin Warren tweeted, "I worked in the passport office for 18 months. Staff refer to those as old blues." Paul Brannan, Labour MEP for North East of England, said, "If you view the 50s and 60s through rose-tinted spectacles, then the passport was blue. Otherwise it was black." David Banks, a media law writer and consultant, said, "They were never that color blue, they were almost black." So we're getting back a garish blue passport none of us had in the first place. The plan for the new look travel documents are part of a £490 million contract being offered by the Home Office, which has invited firms to apply to design and produce the new documents. The government has stressed the cost would have been incurred anyway due to the current contract ending and is not a cost of Brexit. But the tender must be held under EU rules, meaning French and German companies will battle it out with British security company De La Rue for the contract. The government will announce the winner in the new year. The new blue and gold travel documents will be issued to those renewing or applying for a new passport from October 2019. The European Union-approved Burgundy document was controversially introduced in 1988. but the Home Office has confirmed it will be scrapped when we leave on March 29, 2019. They will gradually be phased out, so those with existing passports will not have to change them until they expire. Burgundy-colored new passports will still be issued without any EU insignia on them until the current passport contract expires 5 months after Brexit. The return to our traditional dark blue after Brexit is a restatement of our nation regaining its sovereignty, and I welcome it. We would have had to change our passports anyway to remove mention of the EU and to update its security features. So changing the color back to dark blue is a relatively simple matter with no cost to the taxpayer. Announcing the change of color, Immigration Minister Brandon Lewis said it was a change to symbolize our sovereignty. He said, "Leaving the EU gives us a unique opportunity to restore our national identity and forge a new path for ourselves in the world." That is why I am delighted to announce that the British passport will be returning to the iconic blue and gold design after we have left the European Union in 2019. It will also be one of the most secure travel documents in the world, with a raft of new security measures to protect against fraud and forgery. The design will feature the Queen's Duet Mondroy crest on its front in gold instead of the new markings, while the pages inside will be decorated with patriotic UK scenes. But not everyone is impressed with the idea. Rebel Tory MP Anna Soubry tweeted, "Stand by for street parties as blue passports return." Not sure they'll make up for broken number leave promise of extra £350 million a week for pounds NHS. Costing citizens £72.50, the same as current passports, they will feature improved security features to protect against forgery, including a biometric microchip. The current paper-based picture page will be replaced with a new, super-strength plastic polycarbonate material that will be more difficult to alter. The old blue passport was introduced in 1920, but in 1981 Brussels demanded all member states should have a European passport within 4 years. In 2000 the UK fought off a plan to remove the Queen's crest from the passport and possibly introduce the 12-star EU logo on its cover. And in 2007, Brussels tried to remove the phrase Her Britannic Majesty from the documents. There have been numerous calls for the new passport to return to the dark blue color after Brexit. Mr. Lewis told The Sun, "One of the most iconic things about being British is having a British passport. I recognize that for many people who voted in that referendum, they want to see things that are different. One of the most iconic things about being British is having a British passport. So from the first day we leave, new passports will look different, and within 5 months they will be very different because they will be dark blue again. The cabinet minister added, "We wanted to return to the dark blue passport because we recognize the string attachment people had to it."